What's up, Hippo lovers? It is time for another episode of 2018 highlights. Today, BacT versus TaToH here in the ECL Middle East Finals. Quite surprising matchup here, BacT having his very deep run and TaToH playing for Team Secret here. And we can see BacT already leading 2-1, and we are jumping into game number 4 here, played on Dry River. We see TaToH playing the Britons, we have BacT playing Byzantines, and as you know, Dry River, we're starting with a lot of shorefish in the center of the map, and therefore, because it is the fastest food income, we see some expansion towards the center. BacT even sending one villager on gold. And yeah, there will be quite a lot of forward harassment. Kind of impossible to play this one very passively. And we see both players most likely clicking up with Pop 19, already gathering quite a lot of resources, just waiting for more HP on the villagers, and then the aggression might start. Now seeing that TaToH instantly clicks up, BacT just needed to wait a bit more, clicks up, yeah, a solid 8 seconds behind him, no problem here. BacT with his casual pause as well. And well, we are playing with friend foe colors because orange was really horrible to be spotted on this map, and we see some men-at-arms from BacT. TaToH is going for 3 villagers on the barracks here as well, 2 on gold. That might be men-at-arms as well, and just, well, having a small misjudgment there of his resources, not super balanced. Let's take a look. And yeah, queues some up, is a bit later, has some more vision. So BacT with a bit sharper build for now, but won't be too important. Second mill here. Uh-oh, and TaToH, he doesn't want to be caught off guard here with 1 militia. He needs to go back, doesn't want to take an aggro, didn't really know where to go. Even goes the left-hand side around, pretty move here, and will be 3 militia against 3 militia. Both should be able to afford the men-at-arm upgrade, although BacT, oh, he will go for 4. Needs to collect some more gold here. TaToH is now scaring this fight, has the +2 attack, 3 against 3. Will have men-at-arms a bit early, as you can see. BacT, since he went for 4, doesn't really have enough gold to upgrade himself. Will have a 20-second time window here to fight with a higher number, but with less upgrades. Is snacking the scout and is now getting 4 spec, though. All full HP on those men-at-arms. The militia of BacT already quite low. But it seems to be potentially going into quite an even situation. TaToH now going for the force men-at-arm, even affording double with X, so really increasing his eco here. Lots of eyes on them, not only of the thousands of viewers on ECL, but also collecting points for ECL for their teammates. And the blacksmith very early here as well. BacT with a nice quick wall. Can he get some more done? Could have forced those over. Still has quite a lot of resources in the bank, and this might be a good engagement here for BacT. TaToH tries to take the fight against the low HP men-at-arm in the back, but also having quite some losses. Will get, oh, not even that one. So quite a good start here for BacT, but TaToH already with solid numbers as well. Grouping up, both with 22 villagers. But look at that. 5 men-at-arms against only 3. BacT could maybe go for some aggression. TaToH going for the +1 defense now. Didn't really expect that to be so early out. And BacT is going for +1 defense as well. Seems to be a very efficient upgrade. Never really thought about it that way. Maybe you can do the math about this a bit later. Maybe they were expecting an archer transition. BacT is now going aggressively. TaToH tried to go for some quick wards. Didn't really finish that in time. Oh, he did? What? What? How did that scout get in? Aggressive tower here. TaToH is fighting off against that scout. Men-at-arms, only 1 with low HP. Where's TaToH? TaToH is trying to deal some damage. And this will be, kind of a base trading situation. TaToH did wall that villager in quite beautifully. is putting those to the top, and BacT with the beautiful walls. That's a pretty good start here for our Vietnamese player. The one left tyrant. But we'll lose at least 1 minute arm, maybe even a bit more of HP as well. Fletching now for TaToH, and once he has like 2-3 archers out, he will be fine. Has 3 on gold, not too efficient. Well, quite a big engagement here. Looks like a villager going down. The rest was man-at-arms traded against each other. Tries to go for some more micro. And let's take a look. Can he save this villager? Is pulling them, or him, back to the tower. 10 HP, means 2 more hits needed. Seems like he could die. Oh no, TaToH's letting it go. Switching on to gold, and oh, those 4 villagers did find a nice new home. Welcome everyone to... Oh, look at that. Nice quick walk here towards the TC, and what did I say? Once you have a handful of archers out, you are pretty fine. House needs to be finished, and those man-at-arms aren't doing much. I think I like the position of BacT a bit more. A bit more map control. Well, needs to micro back here. We'll trade this off. Nice stand. Archery range now for BacT. Who can obviously go quite nicely onto skirmishes to counter the archers of Mr. TaToH, who is now expanding towards the left-hand side here. Okay. So BacT still stays pretty much in the center. And TaToH, well, he is unscouted, and it's really tough to scout that as well. The top one. That left-hand side maybe can go for it. I don't really expect him to see that too early. BacT, he is going on to skirmishes with fletching. Should be pretty good against TaToH, and look at that. TaToH, the next step, he knows that the Byzantine player will go for skirmishes, and then he already built a counter to the counter. Beautiful move. Tower not at the perfect spot. Oh, that mill kind of exposed. Can he quick wall? Is he seeing that? Most likely not, because he's active here. But oh no, BacT should have seen that. I'm a bit surprised. And oops, missing those quick walls. Villager will go down. Maybe even another one, and that scared away. More and more good moves here for BacT over and over again. Losing 2 more villagers. BacT now ahead by exactly those 2. And it's important that those 2 archers aren't leading the skirms over here, and given some intel about that actually kind of only food income that TaToH has at the moment. Sick. Where is he getting food? 2 villagers on goats? And that's it. Four over here. Okay, did sneak 2 extra ones here to the side. Oh man. Like the position of BacT quite a bit. He goes for a second archer range. Housed at the moment. 3 more villagers. No. Tries to rush one out. It's kind of open at the front though. So if TaToH is really committing in feudal age, I think it might be tricky for BacT to really defend that. But Mass Spearman, Mass Skirm just plays so nicely as well. You have saved wood, and yeah, the food income just so much faster. Pretty nice. Oh, can you get the quick walls here? Oh, BacT absolutely on point. Pretty beautiful move, and some people would like, try to quick wall this with palisades, but stone walls makes just so much more sense here. Byzantines obviously with their HP bonus also helping out in TaToH. At the moment working with 4 mills, or 3 soon to be 4. It's quite efficient, but same for BacT. Oh, well, quite efficient shorefish. Just let it go, guys. Okay, now trying to fight this off. Will he lose a villager? Doesn't really look like it. 15 HP on that one. Archers are helping out here as well. Needs to run at the top. BacT with solid defense. Suddenly, 2 villagers ahead here is Mr. TaToH, who might be without... wheelbarrow though, and BacT has wheelbarrow. Interesting tower. Might even get a villager kill in exchange. And TaToH? How did he afford Castle Age? Our BacT isn't too far away from it. But seems like all this sneaking around really helped him here. And gets 2 villager kills. Didn't really see that coming. And oh boy, BacT is now going for the stable switch as well. Plus 1 defense here for TaToH. Goes for... Okay, only 1 stable. Maybe he's going for a second one then? Could make some sense. Uh-oh, that's spotted at the side. BacT. What does he see? Sees those. No idea. Oh god. That's so close. 1 tile away. If he actually clicked that, he could have seen it, but yeah, no, obviously no chance. Just needs to focus down the 2 spearmen, and then the scout could maybe do something. But really doesn't want to go for it. Second stable indeed. Some aggression here at the front. TaToH adding some more scouts. Military count triple at the moment for TaToH. Double stable from both players, so that will be well, knights from TaToH for sure. Question is BacT, will he go for knights first? Will he go for camels? I think camels is a nice addition to the skirms that he already has. I think they work together pretty damn well. Right hand side, do we have BacT? Still missing that. Again 1 tile. Okay, now he sees it finally. Oh man. I will focus on the front attacks. TaToH, he's going back. Bodkin arrow. His crossman, he needs to save those. But the 2 knights, they should do a lot of damage against all those skirmishers. Let's take a look. TaToH, he's doing some long distance damage. Needs to go back. The spearman around. Not the greatest positioning here. Maybe he can just scare them away a bit. That 1 scout is actually doing quite a lot of damage. BacT with all the upgrades in the book. Look at that. Not using the blacksmith though. At least for now. Did you see this game before? No, I have no idea. I only heard it's a pretty good game, then fast forwarded through the first 40 minutes or something and said, okay, a lot of people agreed that it's a good game, then I will cast it. If I saw the game before, I would have casted it, right? So, then I didn't need to recast. Okay, what do we have? Second archer range from TaToH now. So, knight crossbow. Crossbow pretty good against those camels. Knight's pretty good against the skirmishers. Skirmishers pretty good against the crossbow. Camel's pretty good against the knights. Oh, who has the better army now? I'm confused. Potentially BacT, because he can build everything a bit cheaper. Oh boy, that's an ambitious mill. That will be some dead villagers. Luckily, TaToH is going to the left-hand side for BacT, so maybe he can get away with some of the villagers, but TaToH should just snag those away. Oh, only gets 1 for now. Knights are around, but this could be a pretty bad fight for BacT. Let's take a look. Why is TaToH not chasing here? Oh, he wants to go for the big kill in the woodline. I think he just could have easily snagged those away. The knights, they can take this fight quite easily. Plus the defense could be nice for him. Even pulling those villagers away. Although the crossman went the other direction. Because he feared the crossman at that point as well. Finally, Bodkin arrow for BacT. Still not a single defensive upgrade though. How is infantry looking? Well, camels only have +1 attack. No defense on them either. And those knights are really getting some kills in. 53 villagers against 44. BacT suddenly in full defense mode. TaToH ahead by 400 points. TaToH even going for the wood upgrade. I'm not even sure if I ever saw BacT doing the first one. But let's just assume it. What does he have? 2 stable, double archery range, crossbow, 1 barracks. Pikemen have +1/+1. Those crossbowmen made it home. And TaToH expanding to another wood line. Maybe some more stone could really help him. Yeah, okay, both the TC at the stone, so makes a lot of sense. Oh, nice expanding TC here. And unlikely that BacT will raid that efficiently. You never watch ECL? Well, when I have time, I cast it, right? And yeah, if I don't have time, I can't watch it. That's how it works. What is that? TC number 4 already? Oh, Britons can clearly work with that. Uh-oh, that's pretty unprotected here. Do we see any other raids? Camels shouldn't really get too much done here. That, okay, that will be some villager killed on both sides. BacT with the fast reaction will lose 3 villagers. TaToH with the fast reaction will also lose exactly 3 villagers. That's kind of a fair trade. But TaToH needs to pull way more. Although, well, kind of blow for blow. That raid at the right hand side got 1 villager, maybe some damage here. Tough to see. Oh, but that continues, and TaToH, he's having some problems. He needs to evacuate quite heavily. Lots of idols here. Runs around defensive siege workshop trying to deal with it. TaToH, he's microing like a madman. I believe he has ballistics now. And that's a nice kill for him. Look at how little units he is losing. A few units. Loses 2 here and killed like 6 or something. Now he really uses his range advantage as well. And that's a pretty sexy fight for TaToH. That's the beauty of Britons. Now he just randomly patrols in to finish it off. Siege workshop, can we maybe get something done? Well, not really too heavily on gold. 11 more villagers. I think you could even see more TCs. How do heavy CA perform against hand cannoneers and janissaries? Pretty well. Hand cannoneers have very low HP, no good armor. So heavy CA kill them quite quickly. And janissaries are better, but still, I think heavy CA, like if you play Turks War, heavy CA are better than janissaries. Especially in deathmatch. Why no mangonels? Well, we saw TaToH trying to build a mangonel. Didn't have enough gold though. And BacT, against Britons you cannot really go for mangonels because you have 1 less range. JB Gift, thanks for your prime. Most civilizations build, or against most civilizations, mangonel is the counter to crossbow, but not really against Britons. 8 range against 7 range. No, BacT, I thought it was double TC. He is now going for another TC here. 500 gold. Some idle TCs. But that's a solid food income. Now goes for ballistics as well. 67 villagers to 59. So TaToH with a small advantage there. Yet another TC over here at the left hand side. And whoa, horse color now. Seems like a good timing for both of them. Funny stuff. Still mining for TaToH as well. Could maybe jump into the tower. No attack sign. Okay, we're in BacT's point of view. Did snag 2 villagers. Now going back and... oh, TaToH even going for the ram here. Kind of an unexpected move. TaToH still full castle age aggression. More knights. Goes for more crossbowmen. Siege through the center. Realizes how open this map still is. BacT kind of doing the same. More skirmishes. No more camels though. It's like they aren't doing enough against the crossbows. They're fishing, so no need for horse color. That's true. We don't see a lot of farms. TaToH is now having some. BacT has a single farm. That's sick. That's sick. You really see how beautifully he's abusing that. Look at that. BacT. 31 fishermen. Beautiful, beautiful play. That's how you have to play this map. Oh god. Big engagement here. Overextending Mr. BacT. Running into the knights, crossmen from the distance, and I still hear some mangonel shots. Don't really know where they're happening. Oh, over here at the left hand side. So that's losses as well. Oh god, BacT. That was a lot of military loss by him. And I was just looking back in the eco and the fisherman because I felt, yeah, it's not a lot of stuff going on. Ay, 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 ay. Maybe BacT did the same and lost quite a bit. TaToH's building a castle. Okay, didn't really see that coming. And that's a pretty aggressive one. BacT has enough stone as well. But BacT will be fast up to him, right? Yeah, 100 food for TaToH. BacT can basically click. Remember that Byzantines have the imp tag a bit cheaper. That's an aggressive castle that will allow a lot of better engagement here for the future. Yeah, Hippobot is still on holidays. Thank you so much, Tom and Polska fan, helping out so much. Yeah. And as it won't be 3 days, it will be 9 days. Ah, Häuptling would be nice to have you around. Oh, Knights snacking some here. Oh, BacT going with the castle left hand side. And what did I say? Earlier timing by him. TaToH 400 food, 900 gold. Crossbowman, can they maybe find this? He's not trying to stop it. Even goes for the +2 defense for his knights. So TaToH plays it full castle age attack with roughly 20 more villagers. And overall 30 more population will get the TC quite easily. Even goes for relics. So he has a nice game plan. But the problem is BacT. If he just camps this, we'll get Bracer out. We'll sit behind that castle. We'll get traps out. Will get really tricky for TaToH to find good engagements. He will lose his range advantage. Damage output will be quite nice if BacT gets also chemistry, for example. And those knights, they can't get a lot of stuff done either. Oh, but TaToH, he cancelled the +2 defense and goes for imp as well. So the castle. 9 days. Indeed. TaToH trying to find some openings left hand side and right hand side. So multi-pronged attack, can maybe find some villagers here. The TC will most likely go up though, but will snipe some. Wasn't he just ahead by 20 villagers? Now he's only ahead by 10 villagers. So maybe his macro was slipping a bit. Maybe he idled all TCs before he could click up to him. Maybe some move in here at the same time could be pretty good. Bracer and chemistry indeed. So BacT will have quite a strong force. And TaToH, well, Britons, they're lacking great options against skirmishers. And that's why we see TaToH still adding some cavaliers, which really aren't great in the long run. But maybe Abelislo can do the job. BacT for now. No trap out. That's quite surprising to me. No, not too many villagers on gold. Now expands a bit more here. 94 villages for him. TaToH 103. The overall gap less than 15 now. So BacT, a nice way of fighting back. TaToH now queues up the +2 defense again. Maybe more stables could be nice. And yeah, he's building 1 in the back, 2 at the side. So he will go for lots of cavaliers. Which could be tricky if BacT goes for camels. But for now, as we mentioned, not a lot of gold for him. And also not a lot of stables. Only at 1 for now. So maybe wants to add some here. Cavaliers now for our Spaniard. After the game I can answer some more questions. For now I try to focus on casting this one here. Because yeah, it's shaping up to get more and more intense. Some more raids in the back here. BacT, he's suddenly 4 population ahead. TaToH is doing the best job of trying to defend. BacT is still beautifully abusing the fact that there's still so much short fish around here. Not a lot of farms. really being needed by him. This is a potentially big engagement or not really. Mangonel needs to shoot. Okay, we'll get the trap. Good for TaToH. Trying to buy himself some more time with that castle. Oh, did I hear a big engagement here over at the right hand side? Oh yeah, BacT. Kind of overextending. That was a big clear up for sure. Kind of similar to the one that happened over here. And yeah, TaToH has to be happy with that. No bloodline possibility for his Britons. Though also we saw the tech into light cap, so maybe that's an option he wants to go for. Trap against trap now. Kind of ambitious for BacT to go for it. Camel's protecting the left hand side. And what's the army composition for BacT? For now he will not have enough protection to save his trap here. Another trap moving forward. The other one might even have some problems. Not a lot of army around. And TaToH, why is he still not taking into Arbalest? Kind of feels weird. He's now going for Halberdiers, BacT, because he sees a massive amount of Cavaliers. And TaToH, well, he's pretty much at the limit with all his resources. There's quite a lot of Cavaliers, but probably killing the trap was worth it. That's another relic for himself as well. So beautiful transition into the very long game. 111 villagers. Could maybe add 10 more or something. Maybe even 20 more and just go on to more army. I still don't understand why we don't see Arbalest. We see chemistry before Arbalest upgrade. It's not like he can attack onto bombard cannons. Kind of weird. Cavaliers trying to go for some more raids. Really need to split themselves off, and they could find a lot of openings here. Especially those villages in the back could be nice. Look at the funny fact that the elephants aren't even used. Because Sawfish is just so efficient in the center of the map. Not a lot of Cavaliers coming through, and oh, did I just hear a bombard cannon? Oh yeah, I heard one, and now I see one. And the Arbalest, they see it as well, want to go for the snipe. 44 HP, one trap going down, but bombard cannon in exchange. Kind of okay for TaToH, lost 2 extra Arbalest, make that 3 extra Arbalest. Buying himself a bit more time. Was a bit better for BacT, but still kind of an even fight, I'd say. Castle going down. And I heard another monastery, so TaToH wants to expand his relic numbers. Oh, I didn't even know that we had extra relics on this map. I'm seeing at least 4 more. Make that 5 more. So we'll have 7 on this map. Didn't know about that. Wobble for TaToH, oh man! And that's an upgrade we don't see too often. I still have to say, although we already casted the series today. That included Werewolf. And might go for some more traps. How many castles do we have? 2. We have Arbalest Skirmisher. This is a scary army here. Now getting a lot of more eco upgrades. Some more raids here at the left hand side. Okay, kind of stopped. Relic should be instantly picked off. Right hand side. And TaToH. Well, maybe some rams could be nice. Maybe some light cav as well. Now he's just fine stabilizing himself. Light cav is something he's producing. Arbalest will easily snag that. Why is TaToH going back with his traps? Shouldn't you think he has the army advantage? He's at 70. Oh, he will get a lot of relics. Nice defensive castle here for BacT. Funnily enough, protecting a lot of his food eco. Somewhere in no man's land. What's Werewolf again? Splash damage for trebles. They're going for handcuff. Would have loved to see that a bit earlier. BacT maybe overboomed here. What do you think, guys? 150 villagers. Kind of questionable. And skirmish at the front. That's not the greatest fight. BacT will always trade more cost efficient here. Bomber towers for BacT. That's a building that we rarely see in 1v1 action. Especially if BacT isn't playing. MBL isn't playing. For defense here as well, just going back, yeah, and TaToH won this one, he had the better numbers, but maybe it was still only kind of evenish. Oh, that is under threat, and TaToH, he's going for a lot of raids all over the spot. So Bertus, thanks for 2 months of support. Arbalest doing something. Geoman getting extra range for the Arbalest here as well, going up to 11 range, and then they can really start sniping those bombard cannons. Not sure if TaToH maybe misclicked that Werewolf earlier. Oh god, that's a lot of nice raids. Surely get some villagers. Also get the monk quite easily here. The camels in the end will probably clear this up. Because the light cav, well, not great in killing villagers to begin with, and then focusing down the villagers. That's why the camels can still do some damage, but we have so many raids all around the place. Look at that. Now it's getting really tough for BacT. And TaToH, he's just advancing here, will get that castle down as well. Bombard cannons are rolling over though, a lot of skirmishers as well, and that's quite a nice army control for BacT. And that's a lot of big shots here and those traps. Let's take a look what can Werewolf do. Will get some of the bombard cannons. Two sniped down here, skirmishers are moving forward, but also 2 traps lost their life. Now going back, bombard cannons somewhat safe. TaToH, he was missing attack upgrades on his light cap, only 60 HP. It's not really a strong unit for 80 HP here on the Imperial Age, if we compare that to other options. Simply alone the Hussars of Byzantines could be better, but he will probably stay on cheaper option for him as well. Arbalest, well, kind of losing the formation here. Light cap now moved in. This looks pretty good for TaToH. Having 10 more military, but BacT, he has 30 more villagers. So his resources are looking pretty sexy for sure. I'm surprised that he's keeping the production up. Maybe having some problems here. TaToH even sending some villagers to the front. You see, having no stone to repair, he actually has some. Maybe that was a misclick. Yeah, look at that, some villagers idle here, so some weird moves for sure. Now goes in for the light cap. TaToH, it feels like he's going for the kill. Does he think, okay, I raided enough to the left hand side that I can go for the kill here? Wouldn't completely surprise me. It's getting, as we mentioned earlier though, some raids here at the side and traps. Well, they have okay HP. A castle went down. The traps of TaToH, they're focusing down the castle at the left hand side. BacT is repairing there, but I don't think that the castle can be saved. One knight now doing its job. Well, if it's so unprotected, maybe the castle can do something. Uh-oh. Well, he's saving it for now. One trap will die. This is tricky. Can he maybe save that castle? I'm pretty sure it would go down. It survives the next 2 shots for sure. TaToH, is he sending another trap somewhere? None that I can see. Now goes for the villagers repairing. BacT, how much stone does he have left? 130. Might lose some villagers now. Bombard cannons in the back. Might focus down the trap. The trap even focuses the... switches the focus. And BacT, he saved that castle. What a sick play. And TaToH, he's dropping down to pop 150. He's getting raided at the right hand side as well. Left hand side, I showed you that raid like 3 times already. Cataphracts, not a lot of upgrades, so not the greatest units once they get into the real fighting spirit. Before that, they were just attacking without really getting anything against them. And BacT is moving forward with the bombard cannons. TaToH, he's dropping down to pop 130. His macro completely slipping. What are his resources saying? He has enough. He only has 4 archery ranges or something working for himself, though. Stable's not really producing. Goes for another TC very far in the back, and he needs to regroup. Stayed there for too long, didn't really reinforce properly. Didn't allow himself to get raided over and over again. Let's take a look. How many archery ranges do we have? 6 here. That's kind of okay with Britons. We don't need that many, but still. I think having more won't really hurt him. Traps now trying to go for the defense. Kind of rare that we see traps just unpacking randomly in the open field. Right over here stopped. Another TC. Double stable. TaToH still playing this. And he stabilized now at pop 150. BacT, he will lose 2 of his traps. I assume the Cavaliers are just going back. Look at that. Still only forging. Still no iron casting. Didn't he research iron casting at one point? Apparently not. TaToH stabilized here. Pop 160 against Pop 170. Some raids here at the side, not really happening too much. 3 relics at the moment, still against 0. It's kind of sloppy by BacT that he's going for more. But he tagged to cap drams, continues to spam with Pop 200, and he just keeps his skirmisher numbers quite nicely up there. Also banks up gold, and once, well, we will see rams added. And once we will see siege rams added, especially, this will get really tricky for Britons. It's kind of their weakness to face siege rams, and look at that. BacT, he is getting those now, and TaToH, he needs to have good answers against that. Maybe Onagers could be an option. Maybe we could also see more light cav. Cavaliers in the long run just seem too gold inefficient. We have some more raids around here. TaToH, it's not the greatest thing. Maybe Onagers. Honestly, it feels like Onagers could be an option here, and now rams are coming in, and TaToH. That's just the problem, right? The Skirm and Obelisk do 1 damage against those rams, and they have 270 HP. Now. And then it's really tricky to kill them. They're so soaky. In the back, Cavalier raid was cleared up. Nothing happening at that side. Okay, some stops here. Some small raids. Not too important. The most important thing is the continuous fight in the center. Both at Pop 180. TaToH with 20 more military. 20 less villagers. More rams here. Would love to see more siege workshops. BacT nicely expanding all his aggression. Some cataphracts here and more siege workshops, and then it gets really ugly for a Brit player. Yeah, on one front you maybe can defend against rams, but if we have like 5 rams here, 5 rams in the center, and 5 rams at the side, all accompanied by like 5 halberdiers, 5 skirmishers, this is basically impossible for a Brit to stop. You always will lose something. And TaToH, he's now going for the Onage attack. An okayish counter to the rams. Not pretty though. 3 relics. Oh! Is he going completely to the other side? Okay. No, that's a nice raid though. Is it really that good? I think it's not too bad for TaToH that BacT was at 160, 140 villagers. Might have been a bit too high with those Byzantines playstyle units. Oh, that's a lot of cav lost here against the halberdiers though, and still we're lacking so many attack upgrades. I can't understand this, how TaToH never clicked those. Look at that, 60 HP light cav, 7+1 attack only. Oh, yeah, just missing out on 3 attack every single time you hit. And the monk even going down in the center here. Another reason why I wanted to have the monastery. Yields now for BacT, he wants to go for some more trades, and well, villager count somewhat evened out. BacT, he did kill some, but lost all his rams, now needs to lick his wounds and go a bit back. TaToH still on Shawfish here. BacT as well. Kind of want to go for farms though. Easier to protect them in the back, around TCs as well, around castles. Just makes it a bit easier to save the villagers. The CA, a small misclick. But BacT, he will just regroup. We'll get some more siege rams and we'll make another go. On it just now for the defense. Yeah, so it's basically 3 plus maybe 1 soon against 4 unpicked relics. Oh, BacT maybe wanted to go for 1. So even 8 relics on this map. TaToH now going for cap rams as well. Wants to maybe have some defense here at the left hand side. Doesn't really have the greatest map vision as well. Let's go into his map vision. Let's see, everything is explored, but you can see that's basically his fighting line. Pretty close to his area. Everywhere. Meanwhile, BacT, well, he has kind of the same vision, right? Not that much here. That's pretty much dark. Oh, but that's why he walls the right hand side. Don't really like that it's palisade walls. I think stone walls could have been a bit better. But maybe he just wants to stop some light caps coming over. What do you think about BacT not carrying relics? Ah, seems like you just tuned in. Already mentioned it like 3-4 times, but I really don't like that. But he is caring about them. Just misclicked, probably. Nicky Grill! Rams are my favorite unit.
Rams are my favorite unit, Nella love.
Another laugh. Oh. I actually have a Smurf game where I played Rams only against 1600s. Maybe I can find that and upload it for you one day. I think I had 4 units killed and 590 buildings raised. What a pretty one. But, well, let's focus on this one. Hussar switch now for BacT. And TaToH, he doesn't have a good answer to that at the moment. Didn't even tech to Halberdiers, maybe. Maybe Mass Hussar Ram. That could be an ugly one. BacT doing a beautiful job of walling all this off as well. Then hides behind his castle. And light cap, well, they aren't great to face castle fire, as you can see. With their 2 volleys and going down. And Rams easy, only easy to counter? Yes. Yeah, this will be an easy clear up here for BacT. Halberdiers in front, chewing away against those light cap. Hussars now around as well. And, well, both stabilizing at pop 200. What a sick game. But TaToH, I think he needs to make something happen here pretty quickly. Otherwise, Byzantines, they're only getting better when it comes to trash against trash wars. Some more siege. TaToH with only 1 castle. Where is it? Here at the very right hand side. Oh yeah, is caring about that relic again. That push at the left hand side stopped. And... oh! How did that not connect? And the bombard cannon dying. Remember, guys, expensive unit in the game. Oh god, blast furnace only at the 75-minute mark. That's so late. I've been fighting for so long with those units. Oh man. Unlikely. Oh, I wanted to say unlikely that we will ever see quick walls here. But, well, TaToH's on point apparently. We'll get the trap done, we'll block all that off. Needs to build another house here, but, well, he will get quite a lot of damage done before that. Problem is TaToH, he's having problems to really advance anywhere, right? Without really having the chance to get siege rams. He is... it's so weird. It feels like TaToH's on the counter. Oh! Oh, we have the first relic picked up here. 2 relics picked up by BacT. So yeah, he's getting those. Right hand side, that will be an ugly push. 3 rams, some halberdiers could maybe even be in the rams. 3 traps here. Why can TaToH really go? Maybe just straight through the center could be a good option. Oh, that's not the scariest army here by BacT. Needs to go back. Esprit needs to save the bombard cannons. 1 going down, second one going down as well. Some light cap dead in exchange, and now villagers trying to fight this off. Some villagers will die, but that's not the most important thing. Hoarding some masonry, trying to get some more beefiness on his castle here. Villagers. Where did the villagers go? Just outside the right. Jumped in and jumped out. Kind of weird. And the castle will actually die. Hoardings, well, if the castle just dies, that's not really helping you too much. And, uh-oh, tricky spot. 1k HP here, can he save it? We'll keep that down here and want to see that fight at this area. Seems like TaToH is winning with this one, and castle 200 HP. Oh, 150 HP and probably saved. 100 HP, oh man. Hoardings kicked him in time. Oh no, Hoardings, both kicked him in time. TaToH, solid resources here, 4k wood, 2.5k food. BacT, not looking too shabby either though. 3k wood, 6.5k food. Architecture now for TaToH, and that's a nice push through the center. TaToH, he feels like he has a timing. Still with the straps, to maybe have a ram here? No, not really. Now 3 against 3 relics. TaToH, oh god, he didn't kick this up. It's also not visible on the minimap for him. So kind of ugly to remember that. Just moving forward, single ram. So deadly now. Right to the left hand side, TaToH walled it off at one point. Pikeman. Nobody has to defend this. Right hand side go. Somewhat existent. Finally we have BacT, that sneaky dude! Are you kidding me? Okay, I will put him on a group. We'll focus on this big fight here in the center because some traps were going down. And yeah, TaToH's just being pushed back. That single ram just soaking so much. Halberdiers at the front just so much better against the light cap. And well, the monk is still staying here. Some more raids at the left hand side. And TaToH, he's at pop 180, so he's not really dropping. But that was a lot of losses at all the sides. And BacT, this is just so... I want to read his diary. Day number 6. They haven't noticed yet. Where do you go out? Maybe you can just go straight. And Captram against Seatram isn't even fair either. Arson for TaToH, not the most important upgrade, I believe. There's some pikemen at home trying to defend against Hussar raiding. And that's kind of it. He's going! Oh god. This is, for me, the highlight of the game. This is just ridiculous. Oh. It was a bit like Frodo in Lord of the Rings. Just sitting there, please, no one spot me. Oh god, give that monk a medal. It's just so sick. If just one of the Arbalest or Lightcav or Skirmscav. And look at this poor monk. He was like, wasn't there a relic? Meanwhile, TaToH with a solid 90 military and advancing here. So it still looks pretty good at the front. Him losing some villagers really helped his army numbers. Problem still is though that, well, the siege is kind of tricky for him. And well, that's a nice ram go. Right hand side, Halberdiers are coming over, Harsas as well. Left hand side go, but the defensive castle for BacT a bit stronger. Villagers even saved, and those are kind of unprotected at the moment. Villagers, oh, they will die. Opening the area at the right hand side, and suddenly BacT is the one sitting at 5 relics. So after all this time, us criticizing him, he's, yeah, listen to us, and is now in the lead in that regard. Light cavalry will get some kills, well, but will get cleared up. That castle now in try number 2 will go down for sure. 4 rams. Well, actually it was 5 rams, but one was too late. And well, that gets pretty ugly then. Longbowman kind of exposed here as well. And oh, TaToH didn't even have enough houses. So 180 out of 185. And I just pray for him that he is replacing them pretty quickly. Queues up a lot of pikemen. Not even having enough gold to afford the Halberdier upgrade. He's getting pushed back over here as well, and it's looking just pretty dire for him. Halberdier is getting the kills and maybe the go for the monastery. TaToH, he's adding something that costs gold somewhere. That's another onager at the front, but rams. Look at that, the skirmishers in the back. They aren't even taking any damage, right? TaToH is just attacking all the siege rams. This map has 8 relics indeed. Okay, finally the clear up at the right hand side. Will lose an onager though. Market prices should be absolutely at the limit indeed. Well, wood is not at the absolute limit, but not great either. TaToH top 173 out of 185, so his production is really on point. At least has 12 or 13 production facilities working at the moment. So, macro good, house building skills could be improved on. Does wood become more important late game at this map? I've never seen such a late game on this map, but yeah, you might consider this in the long run. Let's take a look. TaToH. Oh yeah, TaToH actually only has those 2 wood spots. Then we might even need to expand towards the center. I've never seen that happen, guys. That wood becomes important here. Let's take a look on BacT. TaToH has 8k in the bank. BacT only has that wood left. Guys, we are fighting for the wood. That's where there might be maybe fighting over here. And that forest. Oh boy, good that you asked, my friend. Sick. Luckily, I'm such a polite guy. In my head, I was like, oh, lol. Wood is not important on this one. Oh, you fool. And then I tried to, okay, let's stay nice and show him. And then, well, there's no wood left. BacT, he's at the limit. That's why he's maybe pushing here. And look at that. He's heavily going for that wood line. BacT, he needs to go for that wood. TaToH, if he holds this for like 3-4 minutes, TaToH will win the game via wood. It's very rarely that this happens in 1v1s. That someone wins because the other one does not have any wood. Sick. TaToH, maybe he doesn't realize. TaToH has 8k. He might think, okay, well, I still have some forest here. Finally, Harbor the upgrade. Pretty solid 1 hour 30 minutes timing. Lots of light cav here. A lot of hussars. Some more raids, but TaToH, he won't find a lot of spots to raid. Shawfish becoming more and more important now because you don't really want to build more farms. So that Harbordeer alone, looking quite a lot of food income. But BacT with all his map control can just go for so much more. Can go for that wood line as well. And TaToH here just tries to defend his 2 wood lines. Maybe we are fighting for this one then. BacT is absolutely at the limit when it comes to wood. Now continues to push in light cav. Well, they are pretty nice here. Harbordeer numbers are basically non-existent, right? Oh yeah, I don't see a single one. Oh god, onager shot could be pretty good. That's a solid volley here to start this off. Can he get another one? And yes, he can. Oh god, this is so good. That was basically 25 skirmishers. Make that. Oh god, make it just 35 skirmishers killed. And TaToH, that was a lot of breathing room for him. Ay. And those light cav. Oh man, they can now do quite a bit. And TaToH, this is just so good for him. And now rams are coming in. If he didn't get that kill earlier, and the rams and all the skirmishers were still around, I think TaToH could have really had some problems. But even then, you know, the onager is kind of exposed. It's tough to protect those against the hussars. Just so efficient. We don't really have a lot of Harbordeers around, only 1 barracks at that spot. Needs to go into higher numbers. Oh, what a great shot. TaToH continuing, trying to defend. Whew, time to breathe, guys. It's all about those 2 wood lines. TaToH 8.5k wood. BacT 800 wood. And TaToH, is he even cutting that? No, it was just killing a Harbordeer. Oh no, onager at the wrong side. I want to kick it back here, but the passage was blocked. A very clumped up army here from TaToH. More villagers moving out to that wood line now. And TaToH, he's getting into some problems. Halberdiers now moving to the front, trying to defend this, but military numbers looking pretty good for BacT now. 87 villagers, 102 military, and he's just pushing. And he's putting a castle down! How can he afford a castle here? TaToH, does he have any answers to that? He doesn't have a castle. He doesn't have... Yeah, he doesn't have a castle. So now he needs to build siege workshops to then build rams. But that's unstoppable. That will completely destroy the woodland as well. Onager shot. Will it happen again, guys? That's another good one. What are we witnessing? Those hero onagers. But okay, this time it was only one shot. Oh man. Oh man. And the onager going down. It was still, like, gold-wise, it was not efficient. And that castle is just so good. And TaToH, okay, he sends more rams over. Really needs to get the rams out. But even then, he needs to protect those rams as well. Doesn't have the castle to go for zappers and try to get this castle down with some villagers as well. Just 2 rams, pop 170. BacT is going for the kill. Pop 200 here. Moving in. And remember, BacT with Byzantines has so much more HP on his castles. Doesn't really have the upgrades on the castles though. Kind of sloppy by him, but more hussars are being sent in. Pop 190. TaToH, he's still staying at pop 180. Kind of okay for him. Even pop limit sound here. Rams, one at the moment tries to repair the rams. He knows that he needs to keep those alive. Needs to send more villagers to the front. If the rams are dying, so are kind of his hopes to clear this one up. And then BacT can just continue fighting here. Also having Racer on the castle. Now villagers trying to fight this down. I think he just needs to send some villagers for the repair. It's just so important that the capped rams are doing their work. Everyone is just streaming in there. Some are rated at the right hand side. Halberdiers not doing the best job of protecting. Even one jumping into the TC. And TaToH is trying to hold this off, but it seems like that castle might just be the nail in the coffin. Military count 110 against 44. TaToH has a strong eco, but he cannot do more here. Capped ram numbers not high enough, and just getting raided over and over again. BacT, he's going for victory. He's going for the kill. What a strong game by both players. Truly a great one here. And TaToH, he's just getting smashed here. Military numbers are dropping even further. Look at that. 160 military. The rams are not even coming out at the right spot. Losing so many HP before really getting there. And villagers just adding some more arrows. TaToH is dropping down to pop 118. And he knows if he loses this game, he basically says, okay, BacT, you won ECL. And I think that's his only option though. Now dropping close to pop 100 against the full maxed out guy. He was even raiding all the spots. Has more wood control as well. TaToH in the end still had 2.5k. GG, well played. GG, thank you. TaToH is calling it. What a great game. Whew. Byzantine's trash is just so good in those spots. And Britain's really bad against Hussar Ram compositions there as well. So BacT just went for the right compositions. Maybe a bit late for the relics, but the rest was just so flawless by BacT. Oh man. Beautiful game. Extremely well executed. Map control here. Zoning that stuff out. And then look at this production. Just keeping everything rolling as well. Beautiful game. Let's take a look at the achievements. KD. Well, just both players really throwing it at each other. Similar KDs, similar buildings raised. Food and wood. Kind of high for both. Look at how close they were in wood as well. Oh man. Gold a bit more for TaToH. Maybe use the market a bit more. Maybe had the relics a bit earlier. Yeah, 1.7 more gold there. And yeah, but it's just a bit too high for BacT. That's what I said a bit earlier, but it didn't really matter. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This was another worthy game to be a highlight of 2018.